Decorating Fanatic here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Well, as you can see, we're over here at KB Granite Factory Outlet over in Tampa. Now this is probably our third day over here, but guess what? I'm super excited because we're going to go inside and finally make our decision to pick out our granite for the kitchen. Now this slab here, this is one of my husband's favorites that he likes that's on the list. He loves all the colors that are in this. He loves all the different veining that that slab has. As you walk in the warehouse, they have several different aisles to walk down, and they have quite a bit of granite to choose from. Now they do have the little prices marked up in the corner. They'll have the price along with the color. Now this one here is another one that I was looking at because it does have a lot of different colors in it, a lot of swirls, a lot of veining. And don't be afraid to ask because they'll definitely give you a discount on their granite prices, which I didn't think they would. But again, all you have to do is ask, and they came back and gave us a cheaper price when we decided on the granite that we liked. And here's a look at that Golden Fantasy again that my husband liked. Again, it has a lot of veining and swirling in there, and you definitely, if you have a countertop where they're going to have to do seams, you might have to get an extra slab depending on the size of your kitchen, because you definitely want all that veining to line up to give it a nice seamless look, like it all flows. And then as we walk through here, you can see some of the different granite slabs that they have. And then there's another part of their warehouse up in the front. They have, this is their exotic area here. Now what makes this exotic is because the colors are very rare in here. You don't see, it's not common, you don't see a lot of this. Now I was trying to look for prices on here. I didn't see any prices, so I don't know what this started at. The other granite, if you're in there looking at their remnants, leftovers, like we did for a bathroom, that runs around $35. I think we ended up getting it for around $33 a square foot, which I thought was a great deal. And they also have their full slab granite starting at $35 a square foot and going up depending on the color choice that you pick. And then here is more of some of this exotic granite that they have in their warehouse. And I was trying to look for a price. It doesn't look like it's marked, so I have no idea what the starting price is per square foot. But we're going to go home. We got a lot to think about. We're deciding whether we're going to go with our bar top, we're going to keep that, or if we're going to cut that down and go with the counter height. Well, I wanted to give you an overview of what the kitchen looks like. Now this is the counter height bar area that we have here. Now our idea is to take this completely off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around the kitchen here and show you what would need to be removed. So if we left it just the way it is, that's fine. We could leave this high top bar area here, but our other option is, let me come around the kitchen here, this whole backsplash here along this countertop here, this would all be removed. So we would be getting rid of all this back here, the bar height on the counter here, and then this level here, it would just be one level and it would just go all the way straight out into the family room. So it would give it a more open look. So we're deciding if that's what we want to do. So I think when we come home today, we're going to try and just take off the top of the bar top here. And then what's going to need to happen is the height of this counter here, right here, you're going to have to come along here on the drywall. Let me get to the other side over here. You're going to have to come down here and you're going to have to cut the drywall along here. So that's, you know, we want to see, I don't know, I watched a YouTube video, it didn't seem that hard. The only thing I'm probably going to have to do is once this comes off the wall here, I think this is what he wants to do, take this off the wall and see, because I'm sure this is going to have to be retextured and painted once this totally comes off. But I think we can do it, but I'm not sure if he wants to tackle it or not. Well, I have the guy here and I am super excited because we are getting the kitchen. He's doing the template for the measurements for the countertop for our granite. So we got a couple choices here we need to make. We're deciding what we want to do with our backsplash here. So we're going to get on the internet and do a little research and see what we're going to do. I think we're going to have to remove our tile from the back there. And if we do that, well, actually we can't leave the tile on the back because he said there'll be a gap. So we're going to have to do some research, and then we think we're going to have to remove all this backsplash here. And then if we want to go with tile again, we'll just end up putting new tile on. But right now he's cutting all these and doing the measurements. Well, I have the template for the top of my countertop. This is all done, and what we did here was we added a couple inches, and I think we got about an extra 5 inches on here, so I think that's going to look really nice when it's all done. Okay, I told my husband I'm really liking these DIY projects. I think this is a lot of fun, but anyways, what we're doing here, my husband got the crowbar out. He's pushed on this with the crowbar. It's coming off the countertop here, but what we don't want to do is we don't want this paint. It started to rip here, down here. Just in case we decide we're going to keep this height of the bar area, we definitely don't want this to rip down the wall here because that's just going to make a bigger mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along here, I'm going to score this, cut this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to remove the countertop.
Get it going. There you go. Just get it going.
Here we go, guys.
You want to move back and forth. A little bit, maybe.
Okay, I wanted to get my vacuum cleaner, my shop vac, so I could suck up all this dust. And guess what? We bought it at a yard sale for like $5. And we have no hose. So, of course, I don't own a vacuum cleaner because we have all hardwood floors in here. So, I don't know. I think we're going to have dust all over the place, but. Well, we're going to start right here with our kitchen. This is our template that's made that they laid out here on the floor here. Now over here, the two guys have 2 slabs that are the slabs that we picked out. So now what we get to do, we get to move them around the slab of granite and pick out exactly the different veining and swirls and different things we want.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, real free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see.
Well, here you go. Here's a look at the countertops are all removed. So I'm super excited. These guys are working really fast, getting this done. And I think the only thing left to do is the master bath, and then they're going to leave and go pick up the granite. Well, I'm super excited. The guys showed up this morning and they're ready to install the granite, so I cannot wait for them to come inside and start placing the granite in my kitchen and my 2 bathrooms. look at my backsplash here in the kitchen. This is a stone tile that we've had on here for several years, and this was also part of my countertop. Now, if you can see over here, there's a lot of grease that came from the air fryer. So my idea for the backsplash here is, because we have a gap right here, and I didn't want to go with the 4-inch granite across the back there, my idea really is, I love the tile that just comes right down to the countertop and meets. Now, we were thinking about taking this bottom row out and finding a tile to match this, but we really can't come up with anything. So what we're gonna do is, my husband says, listen, just paint it. We'll put the molding in there, and if you absolutely hate it, not a problem. We'll tear this out and we'll get someone to come back in and tile this for us. So anyways, let me share with you on the other side what I've started so far. Well, here's what it looks like so far. I'm working, it's kind of late at night, but I'm in here and I decided I wanted to get this started. My husband's like, I want to finish the kitchen and get this done. So anyways, this is one coat of paint. Now what I did is I cleaned it really good, degreased it, and then I did use a little bit of sandpaper on here to scuff it up a little bit. And I am using the Kiln Beige by Sherwin-Williams. So we're gonna see what that looks like as it completely dries. And like I said, this is just one coat, so I'll be putting on a second coat. Well, here's a look at my backsplash that I did last night. Now I put 2 coats of paint on there. It's the Kiln Beige that I'm using in a satin finish. And then this little pencil trim here, this is what we decided to go with, and I painted it. Now my husband's working on that. We're gonna be putting some silicone in here, and then I'll go back after it dries and paint that. And then over on the other side, he has to do a little 45-degree cut, and that's what he's doing over here, which he has this little area all done here. And then he's working on the last little section, and I think this is gonna work. Well, here's an overview of how the kitchen turned out with the new granite installed. We absolutely love this color. I think it goes really nicely with my cabinets. Now, this is called the Golden Fantasy, and the reason why my husband picked this, he absolutely loves all the colors that are in this granite and all the veining that's in here. Now, as you can see, this is our bar top here, so we ended up keeping the bar height, and then it curves around into our family room, and then as you come around here, there's more countertop. And for this, we had to get a 3rd slab because there is a seam. So in order for this to match up nicely, we had to get a 3rd slab of granite. So that turned out really nice. But let me take you inside the kitchen and show you a few more things that we did. Well, here's another look at the kitchen on this side over here. Now, as you can see, the backsplash here, this is what I painted. I gave this 2 coats of paint of Kiln Beige. And then my husband came back with this trim here. Now, this is called pencil trim. He added this, and then we put a little silicone in there, and then I painted it. Now, he said that stuff is made out of limestone, so it's real easy to cut, and he was able to cut it and do the little 45 over here in the corner to make that look really nice. So we're real happy the way this turned out. And then what he loves about this granite, he was telling me that this is millions and millions of years old. It's minerals stacked on top of minerals that give it this beautiful shading and all these colors. So that's what attracted him to this granite here. Now this is called Golden Fantasy, and then this is from Brazil. So let's go to the other side of the kitchen and let me share with you what else we did. Well, here's an overview of how the kitchen looks from this side over here. Now, I decided to go with this single sink here in black, and I absolutely love it. At first, I was a little worried with going with a black sink, but now that it's installed, I absolutely love it. Now, this is called Onyx. That is the color, and this is a granite composite sink, and I absolutely love this because it's so deep and it's big, and it says it resists scratches, chips, heat. It won't stain, so hopefully this is going to be a maintenance-free sink because my last sink was white, and I was always constantly bleaching it and scrubbing to get the stains out. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a little bit easier to maintain. And then this faucet over here, we picked this up over at Lowe's. This is a black stainless. There's not a lot of them on the market, but we were able to find this over at Lowe's for $219. It did come with this little soap dispenser here. And then it does have this little faucet sprayer here, nozzle that comes off, and then you could spray out your sink. And then it is magnetic, so it will go back, retract back in, and stay in place. That's their guarantee that it stays in place. And then we went ahead with this air switch. Didn't know anything about an air switch until somebody told us. And what I like about this, we don't have anything on our backsplash over there. Keeps it nice and clean looking. This was super easy to install. This was cost around $27 on Amazon, and this is for our garbage disposal. You just press it once, the garbage disposal goes on, hit it again, turns it off. So we decided on the backsplash here to eliminate any of our outlets just to give it a nice clean look. So we did that around the whole backsplash here. Now on this side over here, I do have an outlet, so I have my air fryer, and then on the other side, I have some outlets over there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this kitchen makeover. Be sure to come back and see my next video because I am going to give you all the tips, the do's and the don'ts of installing new granite into your kitchen, the things that I've learned and what to look for when installing new granite, and the absolute nightmare that you can have that can occur when installing new granite. So until next time, happy decorating!